Carson Harold III is a U.S. congressman, and he's having the worst election day in the history of politics. Not only was he just voted out of office, his Brazilian mistress just outed him and sold her sleazy story to the press. It gets worse. Carson's wife abandoned their sinking ship of a marriage and left him high and dry and broke. Still not impressed? Carson took in all this bad news and fell down dead. Now, that's a bad day. What killed him? You could argue it was his penis. Because when a politician lets that certain member of his constituency do the thinking, nothing good ever happens. Carson met Giselle on a trade mission to South America. For the next 10 years, he could regularly be found deep in the Amazon.
Ah, yes.
One night, while sleeping in the bed of his government-financed lover, Carson was bitten by a local insect called a triatoma. The locals have another name for it, the kissing bug.
Lands near your mouth, bites you round the lips, sucks the blood, and then has a quick poop. It itches, so in the middle of the night you wipe it, and you wipe a parasite into the wound. And this is where your Chagas disease comes from.
Initially, it felt no worse than a mosquito bite. But for 10 years, while Carson was serving his constituents and servicing Giselle, the small protozoa hibernated in the fibers of Harold's heart muscle and continued to reproduce.
Chagas disease affects 8 to 10 million people worldwide. 20% of those 8 to 10 million will succumb to it. The heart will beat in a certain rhythmic pattern. When you get an arrhythmia, this is a disruption of that pattern. It will not act as a proper pump, and this will cause cardiac arrest and death.
Carson Harold was a corrupt politician who enjoyed the perks and porks of his position. He was living large on the taxpayer's dime.
That's perfect.
Until a tiny bug popped his bubble and turned him into the leading candidate for death.